Hey everyone, it's Matt here.
How's it going, everybody? This is your friend Will. I think I'm your friend, or I hope I'm your friend. Let's just continue.
Welcome back to another episode of Savants Tech Talk. Now, being a software developer comes with many benefits, but today we're actually going to discuss the biggest perk software developers have. Quick pause right here. Are you a passionate software developer looking to hustle and advance your career in the tech industry? Then you should subscribe to this YouTube channel for all of the latest tips, insights, and advice in the tech industry. To start off, one of the key benefits that software developers do have is good pay.
Yeah, exactly. What more do you need to say to that, right? Now, software industry as a whole is a growing industry. It has been for the last decade, and it will continue to be like this post-COVID, likely, right? According to the CompTIA report, software industry is growing at a 3.7%. That is relatively big considering some of the other industries are now shrinking, right? So that and being in the growing industry, software engineers are being well compensated, and it's likely going to increase as long as you stay in the top of the industry. You know, don't fall behind and slack off just because you have a pretty well-paid job. It is fairly competitive as well.
Another big perk is that there's more options for flexible hours and the ability to work remotely, more so than other industries.
There's a new term called traveling technology nomad. Yeah, basically you get to work as you travel around the world. You can work anywhere, anytime, work on your own schedule, work even during midnight. You can work on Sunday evening if you want to. Time is no longer the boundary for the style of your work for most of the companies. Now, that is not to say some of the companies are kind of old-fashioned. They're still following the 9-to-5 procedure. But even there's those companies, they still allow you to work from home. That is already a lot of flexibility compared to a lot of the other jobs out there.
Another great thing is you don't have to wear a suit. There's no dress code you're abided by, and there's less formality involved.
Yeah, think about this. How amazing is this? Like, you are a highly paid engineer and you get to go to your work with sandals and sports pants. That's very rare, right? In any industry. This is the case in the software industry. And this is kind of a figurative speech, depends on how you interpret it, but it just shows that there's a lot of rules for formality. In the software industry, it's all about getting things done. So you have a lot of leeway and freedom when it comes down to what you choose to wear and how you choose to portray yourself. And we're not saying that all the software companies are like that. If you're a software consultancy that have a lot of clients in the finance sector, then I would strongly recommend you to behave well and dress up properly, right?
Another great thing is you get to be creative with your craft. You're not doing the same thing day in and day out. You're constantly working on new things and you get to have fun with it.
Yeah, I think software industry is the industry where it rewards you for being creative. It's one thing to solve a problem. It's something else to solve a problem with styles. What that basically translates to is that if you can deliver an optimal solution with the code you write, you will be rewarded for it, right? If you can deliver value to your company, at least a good company with a good management, they will reward you, whether it's in form of bonus or some type of award recognition. They will reward you somehow and recognize your ability to create and be different, right? Very few jobs out there have this kind of perk, right? A lot of the time you're doing the same type of task over and over again. And software development is one of those rare jobs that allow you to break your daily routines and also be rewarded for it.
Another great thing is bragging rights. Say, for example, you're working on a project for a company like Google, and the end result gets to be seen and used by millions of people. You get to tell your friends about that. You get to show them that you were a part of this great accomplishment.
Yeah, if you work for YouTube, you get to make a YouTube video about YouTube when you work at YouTube for a feature on YouTube. How interesting is that? It's also very meta, right? And this is the perk of being a software developer, is that you get to talk about what is it that you've been working on to, say, your family relative, right? And they will be able to understand. They may not be able to understand exactly the feature that you developed, but they know that what you're doing is very important because it powers a greater product. And even if you work for a small to medium-sized company, you can still show off the product, or whether it's an app or your web platform, with your phone. And as your company grows bigger and bigger, you can tell you will gain more recognition from your friend circle and also your family relative, let's say.
Now for the biggest perk. And this is an exciting one because it's a perk that will allow you to live by your own rules, potentially provide you with financial stability and freedom. And now, before we start to sound like a multi-level marketing scheme, let's get into it. The freedom to start your own business. Now, this may not be for everyone. As a developer, you're limited by your creativity. So if you have a good idea, you have the potential to start your own company.
And like we said earlier, this is not for everyone. It is completely fine if you like to grow with an existing company and learn and develop your career with an existing company. But if you have an entrepreneurial spirit, this is the biggest perk for you, because you get to see your own idea flourish. You no longer are bounded by the window of working hours. You get to work and enjoy working anytime throughout your week, right? And as Matthew mentioned earlier, there's all kinds of financial incentive for you if you do succeed. Now, we're not saying that it's easy, because chances are you will have to experience a lot of failures before you can actually succeed. But you will enjoy this process if you have the right mentality and you are the type of person that would like to push your boundary and basically self-actualize.
So there you have it. Do you like the idea of not having to wear a suit to work? Or did we give you an idea to start your own company? Feel free to let us know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more great content.
But yeah, please let us know what are some of the perks that you enjoy the most in the comment below. Otherwise, peace out.